Hello and welcome back to Sukanya the podcast. I'm Sukanya, and if you're new here, welcome to the show where we walk, we talk, and we delve into the stories that shape the people around us. Today we're heading out into the Cumbrian sunshine, and I mean proper sunshine. 24 degrees, blue skies, and the perfect excuse to throw on those sunglasses. Now, before we lace up and set off on our walk, I need to take a moment to say something pretty special. This is a milestone episode for the podcast. It's our very first sponsored episode, and I couldn't be more thrilled about who's backing this conversation. I want to say a huge thank you to the sponsor of this episode, Queen Accountancy. If you run a business, if you're self-employed, or if you're in that messy in-between stage of figuring it all out, having the right accountant is essential. I know this firsthand because Helen at Queen Accountancy is my accountant and I trust her completely. Queen Accountancy supports individuals and growing businesses with a clear, practical and accessible accountancy service. No jargon, no judgment, just solid advice and support that helps you make decisions with confidence. That peace of mind is priceless. I also want to give a shout out to the wider team, Helen, Chloe and Mike. Thank you not only for the incredible work you do, but for supporting this growing podcast community. Having businesses back independent conversations like these makes a huge difference. It means we can keep doing what we do, bring you the grassroots stories, the stunning walks and the journeys that draw us in. If you're looking for an accountant who feels like part of your team rather than someone you only hear from once a year at tax time, please do go and check out Queen Accountancy. I'll pop their details in the show notes and on my website. Thanks, Queen Accountancy. Right then, let's get back to the walk. So, who am I walking with today? Meet Mel Walmsley, born and bred in Cumbria, in Kendal to be exact. And before you think you know where the story is going to go, let me tell you. Mel studied performing arts in Liverpool. Yep, you heard that right, performing arts, which means she's got stage presence, she's got energy, and as you'll hear in this conversation, those skills have shown up in the most unexpected places. These days, Mel is part of a family business. No, let's say that again. Mel is part of a multi-award-winning family business, which has survived a year of unimaginable challenge, created prize-winning sandwich, yes, that's a fact, and has kept growing despite everything life has thrown at them. This conversation is about resilience, about loss and grief and showing up anyway, about how the things you did in your past, even the ones that seemed completely unrelated to where you are now, have a way of connecting when you least expect it. It's about awards that you don't win but still matter. It's about family businesses where everyone rows in the same direction, and about a sandwich inspired by Eggs Benedict. Stick with it, it'll all make sense. We're about to head off through Scout Scar near Kendal. The sun is shining. I've got my strappy summer top on instead of the usual sportswear, just for a change, and we're both rocking the shorts. Thank you, summer. Mel and I are ready to walk and talk about performing arts, family business, grief, growth, and yes, of course, sandwiches. So grab your headphones, lace up your trainers if you're walking with us, and let's go. Hi Mel.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, I'm really good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
We
now
brought
we're
the
here.
sunshine.
I know, it's lovely.
I'm so excited. I mean, this is take 2, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We have tried before, but what did you say it was? Storm
Floris, yep.
Floris, what a name.
I know, she got in our way.
She got in our way, but thank you, Storm Floris, because we got a blinder.
I know, yeah, we've made it lucky with this one.
Yeah, my car said it was like 24.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, it feels warmer than that actually
really-
today, but
it
24 is good.
Yeah. So I thought I would ditch the sportswear,
Mhm.
wear something a bit strappy.
Yeah, summery.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I actually can't see through my sunglasses. It's hot but not sunny.
Yeah.
Right now. So how's your day been?
Yeah, it's been good. It's
Yeah?
been, full on day, but
Yeah.
always good, always productive,
Yeah.
always things
Working.
going on. Yeah,
Yeah.
been working today, mostly from home, so the
Yeah.
joy of being able to work
Oh,
remotely.
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
So Mel, born and bred in Cumbria?
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
in Kendal.
In
Born and bred
Kendal?
in Kendal.
Cool.
Still here.
Oh, that's lovely. I love that.
Yeah,
Where did you go to school?
Kirby Kendal.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And have you ever been away from Cumbria? Did you ever live away?
I did a small period where I went to college in Liverpool.
Oh,
At
okay.
a community college.
Yeah.
And I studied performing arts there.
You did not?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely. Yeah, but
Is that why I always see you in sparkles?
probably?
Are you channeling your...
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Channeling my my thespian side.
Yeah.
Shall we say?
Yeah, amazing.
So yeah, lived away for a bit. I didn't complete the full course.
Oh, okay.
I ended up coming back, but
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, that's ace. And how long were you away for then?
So it was only 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I haven't really obviously travelled various places on holiday
Yeah,
and
of
things,
course.
but never lived anywhere other than beautiful Cumbria.
Yeah, it is stunning. I mean, look at where we are now.
I know.
Where are we?
Yeah, where are we?
Where have you brought me?
Well, the walk that I thought would be most fitting is
Mhm.
Scout Scar.
Okay.
And the reason I picked this really is because, I mean, one, we can
I
see.
know. It's just stunning.
We can see. It just takes you out to look at the landscape.
Yeah.
I think it's there is many around the area, but one of the best representations of our beautiful countryside that we
Yeah.
live in. And also, two, it has probably over the years significant meaning. Like my grandparents and my parents used to bring us up here as kids doing walks. Just further over, as you can walk through to Helsington and the church there.
Okay.
My grandma and granddad attended that church. My granddad's got a bench there in memory of him that my
Oh, that's
grandma,
so nice.
yeah, my grandma my nana finally got it put there last year, and it's made by the National Trust out of surplus wood. Well, it was like an oak tree that had fallen down, and
Okay.
you can pay for them to commission a bench.
Yeah.
And it got sited there because that was one of his favourite views, looking over the Lyth Valley.
Yeah.
And he always said it reminded him, he thought that area was where heaven met earth. That was how he described it.
Isn't
And
that beautiful?
yeah, he used to just sit there, look out, and all of his woes would go off into the landscape. So yeah, it just does have a good meaning.
beautiful.
And we come with our daughter up here, we walk the
Yeah.
dog. It's a nice walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's your dog called?
Luther.
Luther.
Yeah.
And your daughter?
Maya.
Maya.
Yes.
I was going to say Doris.
Yeah, little Doris. Nickname.
We were talking about that before.
Yeah.
So Doris is her nickname. Oh, that's lovely. And then, so you came back from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Back to this beautiful, beautiful county. And what happened next?
So yeah, what happened? Well, from when I finished school as a school leaver, I did go to college in Lancaster.
Okay.
And I studied graphic design and multimedia.
Okay.
And then when I finished college there, that was when I took the take to go, instead of university, to Liverpool Community College.
Okay.
Studied performing arts.
Yeah.
Sort of, I've always had that as a passion, but I've always said, and I always still say, still not sure what I want to do yet.
Yeah.
I have so many passions, and I love exploring different things, and I love how life, meeting people and different opportunities can lead you in different areas.
Yeah.
And I just always think you should do what you love.
Yeah.
I've always been a believer in when people say, not working to live, living to work, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I do believe in that. And I think that if you find something that you're passionate about and you enjoy doing, then it doesn't really feel like work.
I agree.
And you should, because life's short, and
Absolutely.
you need
It
to
shouldn't
enjoy
feel
yourself.
like a chore, should
Exactly.
it? Yeah.
So I knew that the opportunity in Liverpool, it wasn't quite right at the time.
Yeah.
I came back, and then I got into the world of work. So I'd had lots of various jobs when I was younger, mainly in hospitality.
Okay.
That was the easiest jobs to get at that
Around
age.
here and around here.
Exactly,
Yeah.
So I'd worked in cleaning, I'd worked in bars, restaurants, hotels. And then, so when I came back from Liverpool,
that was just a pause there. That
Yeah.
was quite a brave decision, actually, to cut the course short.
yeah,
Because some people would just see it through and then think, now what? I've had a good time.
yeah, exactly.
So what was it that made you think I just can't carry on?
I just, if I was honest, I did miss home.
Yeah.
I missed the area. I loved the experience. But I don't know. I just didn't feel a connection.
Yeah.
I didn't feel, although I enjoyed what I was doing, I just didn't feel it was me.
Right.
And I really, really did miss home. So I spent most weekends driving back up to see friends and family.
Yeah.
So
you didn't make so many bonds then?
No, I didn't really.
That makes such a difference, doesn't it?
Massively.
Yeah. Okay. Back to you.
Yeah. So when I came back, my first job after then was my mum and dad had actually had their own business that they'd started doing. At the time, it was quite new for the time. It was online, like printer consumables, so ink cartridges and toners. And they did it online rather than in a high street shop.
Wow.
When online was taking off.
Very pioneering.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So my dad was a retired paramedic. He'd retired early because of an injury to his back.
Okay.
Wear and tear over the 20 odd years that he'd done it and various operations. So he needed something to do because stepdad had been working all of his life and couldn't sit still. So he started the business just from the spare room.
Right.
And then by the time I came back from Liverpool, they'd actually opened a shop in Kendal. It was called Casey Inks.
Oh, okay.
And they were running it from there. And
where was that then?
It was in, originally they had it on Blackhall Road Trading Estate.
Okay, yeah.
And then they moved to another retail shop in Blackhall Yard in Kendal, just on the corner, across from where the cafe is now.
Okay.
So they needed somebody, when we were in the unit, they needed somebody to come and help because it had expanded quite quickly. Yeah. So they were looking for a manager then. So I was like, I'm here.
I know someone who might be available.
Yeah, exactly. So that started that journey. At the time, I mean, one of the other reasons I left Liverpool was as well, a boy was involved.
Oh,
and so
these boys.
I know, these boys. We ended up getting married when I was 19.
We like this boy.
But it didn't turn out. So we're only married 18 months, and unfortunately then went through a divorce.
It does say a lot about your strength of character, because all these things have happened quite early.
Yeah, absolutely.
And these are quite big, bold decisions.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So this happened at the time whilst I was working with my mum and dad.
Oh, okay.
So that was quite a tough period of time.
Bit traumatic.
Probably then a couple of years down the line, I met my now husband, Scott, and my mum and dad decided that they wanted to sell the business, and they sold it, and I decided to move on from that rather than stay. So I had a few jobs doing various things. I worked for Halifax estate agents.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And that was over in Morecambe because at the time, to be able to get on the property ladder, on my wage, I had to go and purchase a house in Morecambe.
Oh, that's such a good idea, because the thing is, I think this is a misconception, isn't it, that I can't afford where I live, so I can't buy anything. But actually, of course you can. Just go out and invest. The main thing is get your money into property somewhere. Yeah, that was it. It was just getting that first step on the ladder. So I was living over it really weirdly. I got my house in Morecambe and I was working in Kendal. Yeah. So I was commuting. Oh yeah. And then when I managed to eventually, obviously, get the equity out of my house and move back to Kendal, I then got a job in Morecambe. So I'd just gone the opposite way. The universe is playing games with you.
I was still commuting. So I worked there, and then I got a job back in Kendal, working for a company called High Tech, which was, they provide training courses for people that work at height. And I started with them in their accounts department. because obviously I had a lot of experience with running accounts from managing my mum and dad's business.
Yeah.
I started to find quite a passion actually
Yeah.
with working with numbers.
Oh, okay.
And what I call making money
Yeah.
and business. I really found the mechanics of how businesses run quite exciting.
Yeah.
So I went into this accounting job,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd say because I'm quite a versatile person, I like to get stuck into everything. I would never say no to an opportunity. So there they had me. There's an opportunity to help one of their sales directors with some sales bits and going out on visits with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a little bit involved with that, but it was working. This is sort of where my journey evolved. Really was going back in 2007. 2008, and me and my now husband were planning on getting married. So in 2008 we went out to Mexico to get married.
I love Mexico.
And it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Beautiful.
And we went to Riviera Maya.
Oh, okay.
Or Maya, some people pronounce it, which is where our daughter's name comes from.
I just connected the dots.
It all pieces together. So when we were out there, 14 of our friends and family came out with us. We were originally meant to go to Kenya. We were going to go to Kenya and have time with the family and spend time on ourselves and have honeymoon in Zanzibar. But that was the year when the tribal wars were, and the holiday company said you're going to have to cancel and go somewhere else. So we sort of went through the brochure and went, Mexico looks good.
And had you been to Mexico before?
No, never been.
Another bold decision.
And it was gorgeous. Like I always think things happen for a reason, so that was where we were meant to be, and more of the family could come. So we had 2 weeks all together. All honeymoon, everything combined in one. But that was where
a family moon.
It was, it was a family moon. That was where the conception of where our current business was devised. So that was me and my mum lying on a beach in Mexico talking about food. And because I'd worked for this company that did training, they used to provide meals for their trainees. And because I was processing a lot of transactions through their accounts, I used to see how much they were spending on it and the quality of the food and where it came from.
And there was a disconnect with that.
And there was, at the time back then, I think people around the county, like talking about local produce, it was there, but it wasn't as thought about as it is now. And I remember thinking, surely there's better options. And when I looked out around for the company that I work for, there wasn't. And I remember discussing it with my mum while we were away. And my mum has always been a keen baker. She's quite into IT herself. That's my mum's background. So more computer techie stuff, but she's always been into food and always been a really, really good baker and a cook. And always homemade everything from when we were children. And I remember speaking with her about it, and we just had this big conversation. And then the free notepads that you get in your room when you're away. So we got these notepads, and we sat there on the second day working through some numbers and going, well, I'm going to how much would it cost to make a quiche? How much would it cost to do this? And we sort of started,
because you have to break down all the ingredients.
Just devising it a bit and thinking, well, if there's nothing out there, could we do it ourselves and create an opportunity for some better options? So
that's how it all starts, doesn't it? Just from an idea.
And then we kind of parked it a bit when we got back because various things going on, and then picked it up again. And my mum was like, "Well, why don't you give it a go?" So we sort of investigated what you would need to do, which was register with the local authority, get a premises that was food safe, and it's like, well, where we're going to do that. And my mum and dad at the time were having a bungalow renovated, and they had all like stone marble worktops. They had the separate hand wash basin and all the things that you needed, and it's like, oh, we could start it from here. So that was where it was born, because I decided to take the bull by the horns, register the business, and just see if it would work.
And did you have a name straight away? Was that the first thing?
My mum and dad lived on the bungalow was on a road called Riverbank Road. And so the name was taken from there. We just called Riverbank Catering. And that's what we're known for.
That was Mark 1.
Quite some time, because
Riverbank
we started
Catering.
just doing outside catering, and I still had my full-time job. Because I was seeing how it went.
Yes, of course.
I, with my graphic design and multimedia background, created some leaflets. And took them out to businesses similar that I thought would probably.
So you went door to door?
Yeah, just door to door, needing the same options. Like I said, my dad, once they'd sold the business, my dad was again retired, just doing odd jobs here and there for people. So I thought, there's somebody that can help. So he used to do all the deliveries for me, and eventually he was roped into every aspect of the business, helping me bake cakes and everything.
Cool.
And so he would, if we got some, I just did free samples for people to see what they thought and got feedback, and it took off quite quickly. We just had uptake on everything because they were interested in the quality, the local provenance of ingredients,
of course,
supporting new startup local business. And it just went really well.
Amazing.
So eventually, having taken over my mum and dad's bungalow, various fridges and freezers in the garage, and we had to buy them new element for their oven various times, and we ended up venturing into more events, weddings, christenings, all those kind of things. And we were there 7 days a week, basically.
Wow. Are you still working full time?
No, so so probably I would say within like 6 months we knew it was gonna fly. And so I left the full-time job and just went solo.
How did that feel?
Scary, because like I say, it was 2008, which was what everybody will remember as like a financial crisis. But the position we were in at the time was my husband Scott. He was in the building trade with his granddad. They used to work together, and their work was really impacted. So he was quite worried about his job, which seems crazy to think. Well, you've gone from a full-time job to both of you to possibly neither of you, but it just seemed like the right thing, because we could see that what we thought was going to happen was happening, and the income was there. There was a security, and then there was the option for him to come in and help, if he wanted to be part of the business.
This is kind of more than gut instinct, because your gut instinct was right. And there is something really powerful about trusting your gut and addressing whatever comes up. But also you had the facts and the figures to back it up.
Exactly. To know that it was working. And that there was something sustainable there. So that was its inception, and so that was I launched the business in 2008. And then when we got to 2011, which was the beginning of that year, was when we had our daughter. And she used to just come to work with me. In a little basket. Just put on the side while we're there, doing all the catering. And she's just been with us the whole.
She's not known any other life.
No, she hasn't. She's just been there. Really good. And that was the year when obviously we'd been at my mum and dad's for a few years. Absolutely taken over their lives. And my dad came and mentioned to me that there's a unit down on Dockery Hall where I normally have my car valeted that's coming up for let. What do you think? So I said to my husband Scott, what he means is, please can you leave my house and move into a commercial premises. So we went and met with the landlord, talked over the finances, and thought, let's do it. And that was actually a scary jump, because that was a jump from going from a domestic premises to commercial premises. A big learning curve, lots of things I found out with that. And also just thinking, like, we have to make this work, because, we've got a lease, we've got commitments now. And so what we decided to do was, on the premises, there used to be down there a lot of years ago, a lovely lady who I know called Jude, who used to have a cafe. And then she hadn't been there for a long time. So there was nothing on the estate. So we were like, why don't we put on a takeaway? And that'll help, a bit of income stream coming in, help make sure we can cover these new big overheads that we've got, and get more people knowing who we are and what we're doing. So we had that. We had the takeaway. My husband Scott decided to come into the business with me once we took the unit on, and we employed our first.
Was he not
employee.
doing that already?
No, he hadn't been up until that point. He had been helping out.
I see.
In charge,
as
it were, for the for the love.
Voluntold.
But before that, he'd been doing his own business, which was pressure washing and fascias and soffits, which had been going okay. We thought, right, we'll take the bull by the horns, take on this premises, and go into it together.
So this whole time, you've gone into a business that you don't really know anything about.
No.
It started with an idea. You
Yeah.
decided you're going to take a slice of the catering market,
Yeah.
addressing a need that you found in your counting work.
Yeah.
So how did you go about getting all the certificates and things to enable you to sell to the public?
It was just a learning curve. It was research, finding out what we needed. What you find as well that I've found, and most people find this in whatever industry, and it is once you make those first connections. Like we found our local authority, the Environmental Health Office.
Yeah,
we had some connections there, and a lovely lady that was still in contact with, Diane, that was our rep at the time. We got her to come and look at the commercial premises before we even took it on to see what we would need to do, and making connections and asking for help. Sometimes a lot of people don't do it because they think that these kind of departments and things and authorities are there to sort of catch you out, or tell you can't, or they've had really bad experiences. But my own experience is that they've been vital in us being able to do what we've done, because they've been so helpful, and making sure that before we took something on, we knew what we were doing, so that we didn't do something and then be told afterwards, oh, you can't do that.
Yes, exactly. So, take them on the journey.
Exactly, yeah. It was to save the expense of doing anything twice, or make sure we had everything right. So, we had to put like a partition ceiling in over the kitchen area because it was just an open unit, and different things like that, and where we had to have access and all those kind of things. So because my husband was in the building trade, obviously we had a bit of a unique...
Yes, of course.
Exactly.
What a blend of skills coming together.
Yeah, it really was.
Between the 4 adults here.
I know, it really was. He's kitted the whole building out that we have now, piece by piece. We have evolved over the years, adapted, but from it just being a really open unit, he's made it into what we needed to run a food business from.
Are you still there?
Yes, we're still in the same unit. Mainly because Scott's been put blood, sweat and tears into it. It's been like, we're never moving. But at the moment, we are still able to function from there. I would say we're reaching maximum capacity. So the more that we grow, eventually we might either need to take on another unit or expand somewhere else. But at the moment, yes, we're still there, sort of 14 years later.
Yeah, oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
And so just to pause, take a break from that a second, this walk, Mel.
Yes.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
It's just so gentle.
It is.
I love that it's gentle.
Yeah, it's gentle. So I like it because you can make as much or as little as you want of it. So you can have, it's quite, sort of accessible to most. It's not... Like
it's not
you said,
up
you've
and
been
down
able to come in your trainers.
Exactly. No hiking shoes today.
No, exactly. You can take it leisurely, but you can extend it as far as you want as well. So if you are really wanting to go out for a big long blast...
You can walk to Windermere from here, can't you? I think there's... Yeah, have you done it?
No. We have walked right through to Helsington Church and right back around, which it's a significant walk, that in itself. Especially when you have to when you've got a family bench there now. Yeah, exactly. I feel like that has to be an annual pilgrimage. You've got to go visit Granddad, so nice. Definitely. Yeah, but it's so peaceful.
It is.
I tend to find, honestly, in days like this, you would think it'd be quite busy, but it's always quiet. The busiest times we've ever found it is in winter, which is quite strange. But a lot of people do bring their kids up, especially if you've ever got snow. It's a good place to come for that snowball fight sledging. Yeah, I think it's been a good 15 years since I've done this walk. Wow, I say. Yeah, and to the point that I forgot how to drive to the car park. But I knew it was through Kendal, so I was like, it's going to be fine. I'll just leave early. And for a change, I was early. Yeah, that's good. I know. I always think that it's a lot further out than it is, because when you get to this, you do think, oh, it's a long drive. But once you're heading up that road, you sort of, it's just here. It's just here. It just suddenly appears. Yeah. And it's just wonderful to see the hills and like the path is so well worn as well. Yeah, you can't really get lost. Is the point. No, that's an advantage of this kind of walk. You can just keep following the path. you're not gonna go far wrong.
And I think I can see the mushroom hut. Is that the one up there?
It is
on the horizon?
Yeah. That's what everyone knows as the mushroom.
Yeah. I have this great picture of me and a few of my friends in each of the quarters of the mushroom.
Yeah, brilliant.
And I was wearing an Edinburgh jumper, which I still have.
Oh,
and at the
that's a good
time,
memory.
this is a complete tangent, but at the time, 15 years ago, I remember looking at this jumper thinking, oh, £30 is a bit much for a hoodie. Do I really want a hoodie that says Edinburgh that much that I pay £30? And I tell you what, I wear it all the time.
There you go.
That is my winter uniform.
You've had value for money out of that.
I really have. To think I was worrying so much about that £30 is hilarious.
Yeah. I like that you remembered that.
Yeah, that's a core memory.
You remembered your thoughts.
Because it was brand new when I was in the mushroom.
Yeah. Well, I suppose actually it probably was quite expensive at the time. Thinking,
oh, I think I was just stingy.
Yeah, maybe.
I always prioritise travel and food over anything else.
Yeah, over necessities like clothing.
Yeah, and I have a recent obsession with vintage.
Oh,
I don't know if I should admit this.
I feel you there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
super easy as well.
It is, and
a lot less complicated than other online platforms.
It is.
Selling platforms.
But I think I have a sickness smell.
Yeah. Is it becoming a bit of a problem?
Well, what I've started doing is targeting things that are less than £5 and asking for a discount.
Just anything, or things that you actually want?
No, yeah, things I want. Well, things that I've decided I have to have because of the price.
Okay.
And then because I'm trying really hard not to buy brand new. And so I haggled down a denim jacket from £2 to £1.50. And they accepted my offer.
So there we go. So your obsession is with haggling.
It is.
I love it. So you're getting a bargain at a more bargain price.
That must be. I think that must be like a generational cultural link to my heritage.
Maybe, yeah.
Because when you go to South Asian cultures, it's all about haggling and bartering.
Yeah. And that's part of normal everyday life, isn't it?
It is.
We do find that quite awkward. Like going, I'll just pay it.
I'll just buy it. Yeah.
I like that. Really well done.
When I got my £1.50 jacket, a friend of mine was like, I think you've gone too far.
Yeah, I think you've just actually, stolen some money off there.
It just makes me so happy when I wear it, because I'm like, why would you pay 500 quid?
Yeah.
Like, it just blows my mind. Yeah. I could fly somewhere for that.
No, but I do love the whole ethos behind it of it's, you're not wasting clothing that would just, and I know some people will take it to clothes banks and it might go somewhere, but it's that whole thing of, if you don't want something and somebody else does, great.
Exactly.
You don't always need to be buying new.
No, you don't.
And you can get, like you say, that high quality clothes that would normally be a lot of money for not very much.
For not much, yeah. And actually, it's quite nice to just keep passing it round, because you're going to wear it for 6 to 12 months, and then you'll be bored of it for next year, so you can sell it back
and then
for a £5.
Then do some more haggling next season.
I might try that. I might try and sell it for a £5.
Yeah, do. I'm going to keep an eye out now and offer you £1.50 for it. £1.
£1.
This is last year's. I know now. You spilled your secret.
Yeah, no, so bad. Anyway, back to you. So we've got the commercial unit. So once you upgraded to a commercial unit, were there more certificates and qualifications you needed?
No, not from the ones we already have. So I had to obviously have the food premises registered with the council, have to have food safety training, which I had anyway. Had to have all that anyway. So there wasn't any extra bits. There's only extra bits from having commercial premises, which is once we started growing a bit. So once we started doing more like breakfast and things from the premises, and we had like a griddle and we had a deep fat fryer. We then had to, think about things like have them covered in our insurance and make sure our risk assessments were up to date, including all of this new equipment and new risks. So it was only things like policies and procedures that we hadn't needed to think about that much before, that we're now, like, every change that we make is like, have we considered this? And then obviously as we grew and expanded and started employing staff, for me, this was in my whole career, this was the biggest learning curve that I have ever had to do, from going from being responsible for yourself and what you're doing, or, you know, previously as an employee, to employing people.
And also not your family.
Yeah, exactly.
So how many years are we in before you've got the step?
So we got to, I mean, relatively soon was we took on the unit. Obviously there was myself and husband Scott and my dad, who was still helping us with deliveries and working part-time with us, sort of ad hoc as he, in his words, as it was needed. We did employ, it was somebody that we knew, a lady that we knew, who wanted some work, and she came and helped us, sort of helping serving the takeaway that we had. So it was within the first 12 months of opening the unit, we took on our first employee. She was with us for a little while, and then it will have been the second year where we started to grow quite rapidly and need more staff. So then we got an extra couple of people, one of them being one of our friends, and then another girl that we knew through friends and family kind of thing. So they were all people that we knew.
There was a connection somehow.
And then latterly, up until sort of 2014, so within the first 3 years, 2014 was probably our biggest change. 2 years in, so 2013, we opened a cafe area. Because the takeaway was great, full capacity. People have been asking if they could come and sit in and have sit-down meals. So we did all that, still with all of the events that we were doing. And then in 2014, we were asked to start producing pre-packed sandwiches.
You were asked to?
Yeah, that was for somebody we knew who had a shop on Walmsley Street in Kendal. Their supplier was stopping supplying them. And they said, do you fancy, are you able to make pre-packed sandwiches? And at the time, that landscape at the time, there obviously was still labelling requirements, but they were a lot easier to get into than they are now. So we bought this really small piece of software, you know, on a CD, on a CD, and a little label printer. And we're able to design our own labels with all the ingredients and everything. And it was a fairly easy thing to start. And we're like, well, yeah, we can do it. Why not? So we just initially started doing it for him as a little bit extra, because we were making sandwiches. We had the bread, we had the fillings.
It's just a slight extension. It's not massive.
It wasn't a big deal. And organically, that grew legs of its own massively, where we hadn't advertised it at all, but we had people that had been obviously into the shop to see that we were doing them. And they'd gone, you know, just organically got calls from people saying, can you supply me? I have a shop. And that just started
Quality
growing.
Speaks for itself as well, doesn't it?
It does. And if people are on the lookout for something, they find it.
Exactly.
So that's where that started to grow. So the end of 2014 going into 2015 was probably our biggest recruitment drive that we had, because the sandwiches had taken over that much that it was sort of effectively its own little business in its own right, but we didn't have the capacity to do everything in the day. So you can imagine, from opening up in the morning, we had all of our catering orders to do, which consisted of corporate lunches for people at lunchtime around the area. We had events that we catered for, so sometimes we were there catering for, you know, what could have been a wedding, celebration, that some of the team had to not only make but go out and serve and deliver at. Then we had the takeaway in the cafe that was open we opened around about 9:30 till 2:30. So people always thought, oh gosh. I remember somebody saying to us once, oh, what do you do for the rest of the day when you close at 2:30? You've got a lot of time on your hands. We're like, wow, if you could see behind the scenes what's going on. So then we had an evening shift that would come in and make
prep for the next day as well.
It was they used to do that at the end. So the first part was...
So you had a night shift for the Sawneys.
We did, because we just couldn't fit it in any other time.
Gosh. That's amazing. These views are stunning as well.
I know, look at that, I love that.
So is that like 10 years now of Lake Sandwiches? Did you name it Lake Sandwiches then?
Yeah, so that's where when we sort of started the brand, when we initially started labelling it, it was under Riverbank Catering. And then we got the brand name Lake Sandwiches. And initially it was Lake Sandwiches by Riverbank Catering.
Oh, okay.
And then as time has
Oh,
evolved,
I see, yeah.
we have actually just formed into sandwiches,
Yeah,
which the main turning point for that was when COVID hit.
yeah,
And that was the big shake-up for our business.
yeah.
We,
Of course, because
like everybody,
you're kind of dependent on events and
Yeah.
people coming to a shop to buy a sandwich.
absolutely. So
yeah.
overnight, that finished. Like everything paused.
Scary. Yes.
We were at the point where, like everybody, nobody knew what to do. So at the time we had, I think we were around 14 employees.
Wow.
In 2020, and
Yeah.
we had just furloughed everybody
Yeah.
because we thought that, well, we can't trade.
Yeah.
And really bizarrely, because we had the food to go side, the pre-pack
Yes.
side, which, you know, obviously we hadn't contemplated at the time because we didn't know, nobody knew what was opening, what anyone was allowed to do.
Yeah.
But all of the convenience shops and the garages and things that we were supplying, they were still allowed to be open.
Oh, I
For
see.
you know, essentials, so they still could stock and sell the pre-packed sandwiches.
That makes
so
sense.
we only found this out within a few days of the furlough, and you had to keep everybody on furlough for 2 weeks.
Oh,
So me and my husband,
to the old days.
yeah,
Yeah.
we did. We used to just go in, and they were really, really long days. Like I would never want to go back to those times. Everybody just had to do what you had to do.
Yeah.
Grit and determination.
Yes.
Eating and sleeping was at the bottom of the list.
Oh gosh.
It was just
So
make these orders.
Isn't it interesting that everyone's COVID experience is so varied?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Gosh. But it's great that you were able to keep the business
It
going.
was, and we grew because the phone would not stop ringing.
Yeah.
So places that we tried to get into before, like we've always strived to get independent garages, because there aren't many of them left now around the area. So stocking local products, it's a real shame to see, because most garages that have been taken over by national companies, they want a supplier that can supply their whole range of garages, which might now be nationwide. So it's unfortunately only the big nationwide producers that can fulfill that gap. So we were it is such a shame, and it's just
it's actually like suffocating entrepreneurship.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And as those diminish, all of the retail outlets where, you know, you used to be able to see independent food producers, you know, they're really limited now. So we were so keen to try and get into these national garages, independent garages. And what we're finding is a lot of them were saying, you know, we're in a contract with this company and blah, blah, blah. So we never really got anywhere. And then when we're in the midst of COVID, the phone would not stop ringing because, lo and behold, the big nationals
shut down.
Yeah, and a lot of them were saying that they either had restricted delivery days, or they couldn't get to them till a certain time, or some places were saying we're not even going to bother coming to your area because it's not worth our while.
Right.
Or the other one was the predominantly food to go suppliers have a sale and return service, which is what we do as well. Yeah. And the big nationals have gone, during this period there will be no sale and return service, so it's just firm sale and that's it, take it or leave it. And so they were naturally panicking and reaching out, and because we'd made those inquiries years before,
they had you on file.
They had us
on the Rolodex
to go. You know, that local company that has been inching away at us, that we've said we'd like to work with, but we were just in a bit of a hole. Yeah. When these nationals were sort of, in effect, in breach of contract, not through their own fault, but, you know, obviously they had an opportunity to move if they wanted to. Yeah. So we had a big influx of local businesses, which was amazing. And it was what kept our company going, because without that, I have no question that, like many other businesses, we would have folded. It was too... It was too difficult to keep everything going, and it took a long time for the hospitality sector to get back up and running, for businesses to try and get the bounce back loans and the other bits. It took too long. So if we didn't have that side of the business with the pre-packs and the food to go, I don't think we'd have come back out the other side of COVID. Right. But we are one of the success stories where we found that because of how we'd diversified with the business, organically as it were, that it didn't only just save us, but it meant we flourished. Like we came out the other side of it stronger than before.
Yeah.
With lots more opportunities.
So over the years, have you seen a lot more competition in your space?
Actually, no. There is a lot more competition with the big nationals because they grow bigger and stronger because the business that we're in and the food to go market, it's worth about £8 billion pounds to the economy.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
I was not expecting that.
It's a big thing. And so, they're on it. They're trying to take every opportunity. They're trying to take every piece of the market. I think we were probably in the right place at the right time because me and my husband will always talk about if we were in our position now, we wanted to start what we have now from the beginning. It would be so difficult to do.
Yeah.
You would have to invest so much money.
Yeah.
So for somebody to try and build what we've built with, our ethos is using locally sourced produce, handmade methods. All of our team handcraft our products.
So there's no belt situation with the machine plopping the egg mayo down.
No, exactly. It's all handmade. So inevitably, our processes are a lot more laborious than a bit more. But the ultimate
quality,
underlying thing there, the quality, the provenance of the ingredients, and the nutritional properties of the ingredients are a lot better. But I think for anybody to try and come into that same space would be really difficult because there is just a lot more legislation now. There's a lot more things that you have to do. A lot of food businesses struggled when Natasha's Law came into place.
Yes, of course.
Because if you weren't already set up for that, which we were, because we had always been a step ahead.
Yes.
And we were already doing that. So but we can understand it's so hard.
In case anyone doesn't know what Natasha's Law is, it's about allergies, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. So obviously people can look it up and find out the history and the story behind it. That there are a few other stories, a lot of other stories that are very similar with different laws that have been passed because of accidents that have happened. But it was
highlighting allergies and labels.
Exactly, highlighting allergies, labelling, and the processes that go on within food companies and their staff and how they are trained and handle food.
Let's just get a picture with the Ken because we made it to the top, and it's so still and calm.
It is. It's gorgeous.
This is gorgeous. It's always great when you get to the top.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
You've got that 360 view.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for recommending this one.
It's okay. I'm glad we've rescheduled for today as well.
Yeah, if we walk back, then we're not going to end up in Windermere.
Well, that's it. You could just keep walking forever.
And you've got Pilates.
I have, yes.
Where are you doing that?
I go to Tracy Dixon's classes in Kendal at the Kirkland Centre. Mind and Body Fit. Little plug there for you, Tracy. I absolutely love going there. Tracy's I've been going to her classes for years. Before she even had the centre, she used to just run out of schools and things, hire the halls. She cares deeply about everyone that goes there. She understands what they're trying to achieve, and what she's called Mind and Body Fit, I think is totally right. Like
mind and body.
I find exercise really good for my mind. More so than the physical side.
Me too. I love it for that.
It's just so good. And group exercise. I know some people can be quite disciplined and take themselves to the gym
I'm
or
one of them.
do it. I have
You're welcome.
I have to go to. And group exercise is great.
No, I see the benefit
being
of
around
it.
people and pushing yourself.
Exactly, and helping each other push yourself, aren't you?
Definitely.
Yeah, I totally get it. I'm just so easily distracted.
Yeah.
I have to be in a zone.
Yes. Yeah, me too.
Headphones on. I'm like Rain Man. Like, don't talk to me. I'll smile at you.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, but don't.
I'm always very pleasant.
I'm in my zone.
Yeah. No, that's great. Yeah. So, and it's a community, isn't it?
It is a community of people, and it's just supportive. And so I do 3 classes a week there.
Wow.
Do spinning, which I got into during lockdown. Never thought that would be my cup of tea, because I thought, that's just for bikers.
Yeah,
it is very addictive.
It is, and I can't ride a bike. No, so that's the closest I'm going to get.
But the benefits you get from it, fantastic. It just boosts your mood.
It does.
As soon as you leave, you think, wow, I've just done that. your endorphins are like, oh yeah,
absolutely.
ready for anything now.
Yeah.
So I do spinning, I do body pump, which is weights, which is just really sustaining for the future, making sure bones are good, and
especially for women.
Exactly. And you know, keep making sure that we're stronger for the future. And then I do Pilates, which I think helps overall combine everything, because sometimes I'll spend a day like today, we've been sat down for most of the day.
Yeah.
And then, you know, your posture, some of your muscles switch off. Like, I'm terrible. My glutes just go lazy with sitting down. So then when you come to do other activities in the day, like turning, you know, all of a sudden, oh, there you go, you've done your back in.
Yeah.
So it's trying to just make sure that.
And actually, it's a really nice feeling when you feel the burn.
Yeah, it is.
I never thought I'd be one of those people, but I really am.
It's nice, isn't it? Yeah. I quite like when you feel the tricep burn.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, yeah, I can feel that.
And then you go home and you're like, has it happened yet?
Am I toned and defined yet? Oh, no.
Have I got lines everywhere?
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Still waiting for the abs to show. But
it's coming.
Yeah. On the 1 pack at the moment.
Yeah. I have been for 15 years, I think, but as long as I go, that's the main thing. Because it is the mental health benefits, really.
It is, and that's massive.
Yeah.
It is massive, especially, you know, in this day and age, we all have quite stressful lives and everything's so busy. So you have to.
And busy is expected,
time.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Like, it's become a norm.
Yeah,
which is quite sad.
Really bad,
but yeah, to have that time to give yourself some mental space. I always find, especially with spinning, I know Tracy's said this before, but when you get on that bike, you know, whatever class you're doing, it's either 45 minutes or an hour. She'll always say, you know, like the next hour's yours. And that's how it feels, because when I go to an exercise class, it's the place where, say like today, we're out on this walk. If I was out on this walk, most of my time would be taken up with, if I was on, you know, my own, or had time to think, it will be thinking about work, about what shopping I had to get, you know, what.
But you can't do that when you're doing weights.
But you can't, because you literally, all you're concentrating on is what you're doing, and you're doing it to music, and you know, and time, and you're focusing on your stats, say when you're on the bike, and so that time really is yours, because everything else goes.
And
so that's why I really like going, because I value that mental space time of just focusing on something
yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, you know, we are so distracted these days. Like, just watching a movie seems hard.
It does,
because you've got your phone, you've got too many notifications, too many. It's too much stimulation.
It is,
and it's so hard to quiet your mind. It's great that you're carving that time out.
I think you've got to. It's important.
So with the sandwiches then, so we are now past COVID.
So we made it through COVID, and that is where, in coming out of the other side of COVID in 2022, that's where we decided to officially rebrand as Lake Sandwiches. So we incorporated the company and became a limited company, and me and Scott, the directors of the company, and sort of just made it official, and you know, rebranded and repointed our direction as to, this is what we do now, because previously, you know, we had the vans, they said Riverbank Catering, they were all about outside catering, and it didn't really portray who we now were, having evolved so much. And so we got a lovely local designer, Michelle Smythe from iDesign in Kendal. She did our rebranding for Lake Sandwiches. It's a brand in its own right now, and since we've done that over the last 3 years, the business has just accelerated.
Has it?
Yeah, we've had, the growth opportunities have been amazing.
So when you say growth opportunities, what does that mean?
So it basically means more people want to stock our products, you know, bottom line. But mainly the opportunities there because we are a bigger business. Bigger businesses want us. So we do. There's still more work to be done, don't get me wrong. We are looking at our goals and objectives for the next 12 months. Is we're working towards getting a SALSA accreditation. And that will again open up more opportunities. And
what does that mean?
Bigger,
you're just saying us.
So it's an accreditation basically. It's I'll normally have it written down to know that it's safe at I can't remember now.
That's okay.
I'm on the spot. But it's an accreditation that you get, like supermarkets and things.
Okay.
They have BRC accreditation.
Okay.
It's the first rung on the ladder of accreditation through an awarding body who make sure that all of our practices and processes
all the boxes.
Are what we are. And the reason why a lot of companies need to have these accreditations is so that they can get new contracts or bigger contracts with bigger businesses. So there's a lot more opportunities for us to be able to supply, even locally, into some more tourist attractions that are run by larger organisations, that they have to have that as a minimum requirement. So they won't trade with, sole traders or smaller businesses who don't have these accreditations. And normally it's only businesses of a certain size that it's not that it's just worth it, but that you are actually able to fulfil the requirements of these awarding bodies, because they're quite meticulous, and there's quite a lot of sort of tick boxes that you have to show that you're doing. And for smaller businesses, it's really hard to try and cover everything, because you're working within your parameters. But we're there now, we sort of have all of our process and things. So that's what we've been working towards that since before COVID. And so now it's quite exciting, because we feel like we're there now. We're just about there. So that's one of our goals for the next 12 months, 2025, 26. And that will hopefully just begin to really accelerate our brand a bit more.
And I love that you said goals. So do you have any personal goals outside of the business?
I've got quite a few personal goals. One of
you want to share?
One of the personal goals, probably top of the list, is trying to find more work-life balance. I'm one of those people that, because I would describe myself as a workaholic, sometimes I don't know if it's through choice or just because I'm conditioned to work like that now. I don't really know. But I'm one of those people that even when I'm on any kind of leave, I never am, and it takes me a long time to wind down, because I'm still in that I need to be doing something. I can't relax, I can't sit still. So I'm trying to make that as one of my goals, is to have a better work-life balance, because we do have such an amazing team at work. They shout out to my team, they are fantastic. And they can do everything. They cover the day-to-day operations. They have, over the last 12 months, my husband's been out of the business because he got diagnosed with throat cancer last year.
To hear that.
And so as a family, we've had all that to navigate, as well as trying to keep the business not only going but growing. And the team have just been amazing. They've taken the slack. They've made sure that we have been able to attend appointments, cope with this time off. They've taken a lot of pressure off me by just being able to run things and saying, I'll take over that, don't worry about it. So, they're an amazing team. We don't need to, nobody needs to micromanage anybody. And so I know that we can have more work-life balance.
And how is your husband now?
He's really good.
Good.
About a couple of months ago, he got the all clear.
Oh, that's great.
He just has to have the follow-up appointments now. So he goes every 2 months to Preston just to keep an eye on things for recurring. It was a hell of a journey. Wouldn't want to go through that again. But he's doing well. He's got a few side effects that are obviously still causing him. He's not back at work yet. Still causing him bits of issues. But they're quite confident that these are all very, very normal. Some might stay, some probably will go, but they're all very livable, and he'll be able to come back and do
that's great
what
news.
he can.
It's a lot, isn't it, when you're also constantly thinking about your business, because that is your thing. And when did you say you started from your parents' bungalow? What year was that?
That was in 2008.
You're coming up to 20 years.
It'll be so this year will be our 17th year.
Oh my goodness. Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. It's quite, when you look back, it is quite an achievement.
So if you were on This Is Your Life, or Through the Keyhole. How old are we?
Hoping that was the right theme tune.
I don't know. Who lives in a house like this? If you were on one of those programs, what would you tell yourself, your younger self now?
I would, that's a really tricky one, looking back and saying, what would I say to myself? I'll probably say to myself, you're stronger than you think, and go with your gut instinct, because what I've found over the years is whatever my initial thought is, normally is how it ends up panning out. And that is with most things. And all the time in hindsight, me and my husband will say to each other, we said, didn't we? We said our gut, but we went with the mind takes over, and then you overthink everything. So that would be one thing. Yeah, exactly. And I think intuition is so underrated. And it's massive in everything in life. I think you know yourself. You get that feeling. And if you follow that feeling, more times than not, it leads you where you need to be going. So I believe in that. And also I think I might have read this off something Stephen Bartlett said.
Do you know, it's so hard to know. I quote stuff like it's mine, but I see so many memes.
I'm gonna say it was him. It might not be him. Somebody might have just said it was him. But I read it, and it said something about looking, basically, like, you know, when you're thinking about, you know, you're not achieving what you wanted to be achieving, or you know, you sort of, some people come to a point where you're stuck, and it'll either be because you can't get momentum either through finances or under-resourced or all those kind of things. You feel like you're missing goals. It's to look back and actually see how far you've come, and like what we were just saying there about being 17 years into a business that has gone through, you know, COVID and an energy crisis, you know, and all the staffing issues that people suffer, and things, and you know, recessions, and to try and think that we're 17 years into it and it's still growing, that's a big achievement. So it's sometimes good to look back, and you give yourself that bit of a pat on the back,
take the credit
that you need to go, come on, just because we're not taking the leaps that we want to be, we are still making waves.
That's awesome. I love that. So in terms of growth then, there is another arm to your business.
There is. So, last year in 2024, we officially launched another brand that had been in the works since just before COVID, actually. It's a business that we call Brandreth Foods. And
where did the name come from?
So the name came from, we really struggled with a name. We wanted a name that encapsulated a similar story to Lake Sandwiches, where the business came from and our values, which is using locally sourced produce, but also encapsulating the food element, and that food is there to nurture and support, and, you know, really getting the values back to food, that it's not just something that's processed in a factory and put in a packet, and just bringing it back. Exactly, tasteless,
great,
full of rubbish.
Peel back the cellophane.
Exactly. So we it took us ages, and it was a family friend that suggested the name. And the reason he suggested it was because he's an avid walker, and he's done the Wainwrights about 100 times. And he said, what about Brandreth? Because that's it's a Wainwright Fell. And it's not one of the big ones that everyone tries to tick off. But it's there if anyone wants to look it up. It's there. So we're like, okay. So once I started investigating it, there was quite a few connections that were made, because I had borrowed from the library to try and think of a name. Like it was a book of old Cumbrian dialects.
Oh, cool.
And I loved looking through it. All the
shout out to the library, by the way. I love that.
The library. And there was some great things. And in there, I can't remember if it was the word Brandreth or it was something a bit like the dictionary does, you know, something a bit similar. That it described a Brandreth. No, it wasn't there. It was a description. It was I think they said it was an old furnace term for a cooking pot that hung. So it was not the cooking pot, the frame that you like a tripod that you hang with a chain, that you hang a cooking pot over a fire for cooking. So that was what a Brandreth was. So when I googled it, and then I saw a picture of like a Brandreth frame, and I looked at Brandreth Fell, I thought, oh my God, like the tripod element of the Brandreth and the Brandreth Fell. So Brandreth Fell has 3 ridges, meeting points from other areas that meets at that point, and it encapsulates sort of everything that we wanted to try and put into the brand. So it had a food connection, it had a local connection, and also it had that like meeting point. And that's how we like to think of food. Is and the reason why we created Brandreth Foods was because my grandma, who's now passed, at the time was
Right.
elderly, in her 90s, living on her own at home, wanted to stay at home, didn't want to go into any care. And my auntie and me and my husband were going to see her, and my auntie worked, and obviously we worked, and struggling to care for ourselves, as everyone does with busy lives. And she had carers coming in. The carers, sometimes, there were 30-minute visits, so there's other things that they had to do. They couldn't make any food, so it all had to be prepared. And I know a lot of the time my auntie had been getting meals from M&S, like you say, Pierce film lid and all the rest of it. And
it's just the greyness, isn't it?
It is. And when we're serving some of them, even the food that you can buy from, big national brands that we won't name and shame, but we probably all know who they are, is that, door-to-door, Meals on Wheels type thing. You can get these companies that provide food, and we've tried them all. And actually, the quality isn't great, but the thing that I was hearing, massively, the thing that I was hearing from a lot of people was, we don't like it, but we buy it because it's convenient.
There's nothing else,
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And what we found was my grandma had dementia.
Okay.
And through sort of being malnourished, in a sense, that deteriorates quite quick. And what I found was, obviously, we were able to batch cook food from work and things, and I'd freeze it. And we keep it, and if we were going and it was our evening to, go and help prepare a meal, we'd sit down and give her a hot meal. Because sometimes, for easiness, she would have a packed lunch. And it reminded me of, like, what children should have at lunchtime, not what an elderly lady should be having on a winter evening. So I felt quite sad.
It's
and
really hard.
It was nice when we were giving her a meal, because she would start to have nostalgic memories about food, from childhood.
Oh my God, Mel, you're going to make me cry.
But that is where we wanted to go with the business, is provide nourishing meals for people who need that nutrition. Because it impacts their health. She used to sit there smiling while she was eating food, rather than picking and going, no, I don't want it. And then, she would be perkier the next day, and you just see that energy level had gone up. And to have those memories of, either childhood family meals or school dinners, it was that sort of not inspired us, but it solidified what we have tried to achieve with our business, which is myself and my husband, now our daughter. We love food, and we love everything to do with food, and we love going out with friends and family and sharing food and cooking for people, and we think the joy that food does bring people together.
It does.
And also it what of our strapline is for Brandreth Foods, we satisfy appetites and lift spirits. And that's the whole thing of it, is sometimes, say like my grandma, sometimes in some people's day, the only thing that they might be looking forward to that day is having a nice meal. And so to be able to provide that bit of joy and the nutrition and the things that they need, that was really important to us. And the reason why we wanted to launch it as well was through passion, predominantly because of our personal experiences, but also because with the business that we sort of rebranded with in 2022, the sandwich industry, in the food to go industry, it has quite a peaks and troughs in our seasons. So at the moment, lovely season. This is our busiest time of year. We have tourists, we have the weather. It is sandwich season. But come November time, and we have a little uptake at Christmas because of a seasonal range, but come November until March, it's quite a low season, and sales drop off quite rapidly. And we do have other streams where we still do sandwich platters and things for outside catering for meetings and things, but predominantly, the peak seasons for us, we do have peaks and troughs. So with the introduction of the handmade meals, we are hoping that will predominantly be the peaks of that business. Will be more in cold weather, and when people are wanting, more.
So you kind of
in food.
Your products then should cover your whole year.
Yes, it should balance out our
That's great.
workload. And it just helps with staffing levels and things as well, because it is hard to manage when you've got such peaks and troughs.
Yeah.
Especially, recruiting a lot of our team are permanent. We do have temporary staff that come in during
to flex up.
School holidays and things, which works quite well with uni students and things.
Oh, yeah.
But it always is a challenge to manage. So evening it out will help us manage that better.
Yeah.
And grow better. So we did launch that last year, and unfortunately, because of the circumstances with my husband, very shortly after being diagnosed with throat cancer, we have in effect had the reins on everything.
Okay.
We were planning last year to do, and this year to do a real big marketing push and grow that side of the business. So we are set up ready, but we've just sort of said towards the end of this year, once winter hits, this will be the time now that we'll, now Scott's on the road to recovery, we'll start to ramp that up and let everybody know who we are and what we're doing.
Yeah, that's great, Mel. And I think it's also great that you did put the brakes on and you did prioritise life and rearrange things and say, well, actually, why pile on more and more pressure? Yeah. Because you're both part of the journey.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great. Wow.
Yeah.
So how do you sleep at night? Do you sleep really well?
I normally do. My husband has always laughed at me saying that, one, I could sleep wherever. Yeah. Like just give me a floor and that's me, I'm fine. And two, as soon as my head hits that pillow, I'm gone. Be talking to me and I'll be away. Yeah. I haven't over the last 12 months. My sleep has been affected. Yeah, of course, quite dramatically. Yeah. So I have found it difficult to get to sleep because of everything on my mind. Yeah. But no, normally not too bad. And I'm finding ways of winding down for sleep. Yeah.
Have you found that that's changing as you're getting older and as your business growing?
Yeah. Massively. I do think that we, as much as we adapt in our working lives, you sort of evolving in your personal life because of the age that you get into. Yeah. And we're just talking about it with my husband last night, saying, isn't it weird how I find that I've just reached out to a lot of my friends recently to catch up because we've all been busy and arranging meetups, and everyone's sort of in the same boat. You get to a certain age and, all your ailments seem to be the same. A lot of us have got teenage kids, so we're all having a moan about that and the different things that's going on. And then, you're sort of talking about our parents getting older. Yeah. Again, they're all at similar age. And it's just funny how life adapts and evolves. And you get to those stages where you end up saying things that your parents used to say to you. And you're like, oh no.
Oh, that's so nice. And what's really nice is your energy is really infectious. Oh, it's really nice to be around. It's like a kind of a warm hug with a bit of step aerobics.
I love that. I'll take that. Yeah. Well, you're the same though.
Thank you.
I find your energy really infectious, and it's like I know from the first time that I met you, when we were at a Pink Link event, we had an instant connection.
We did,
and through our love of pink, we found that as a mutual connection. There's certain people, isn't there, that you connect with, and actually.
It's a good chemistry.
And you just, every meeting with you, I feel uplifted afterwards.
Oh, thank you. What a lovely thing to say.
That's nice.
No commission paid, everyone. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. That's lovely.
Thank you.
No, I do enjoy your company, and we had loads of fun at the Evas, didn't we?
We did.
I did have to leave early because my feet were on fire. Yeah. It was like they were too painful
Too much dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. It was so good. Notable things. Sukanya's earrings. Can I just give a shout out to the earrings? They were amazing because my friend Katia that attended with me. Because Scott couldn't. That was when he was having his operation. He'd had his operation the day before. Oh gosh. So Katia came with me. Yeah. And she'll still talk about it now. If I mention it, she goes, "Oh, that was the lady with the beautiful earrings. I think she would have tried to steal them off you if they'd have been lying around."
If there's no drama in the earrings, there's no point.
They were gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the other notable thing was just that we had an amazing evening.
We did.
And was that your first?
That was my
Comedy?
first
Was that-
Evos.
Was
Yeah.
mine as well.
Oh, was it?
And
Yeah.
I'll be there. You there
And
again
are
this
you
year?
a finalist this
I
year?
am,
Did
yes.
you like the way I
Oh,
wove that in?
That is.
I feel like
Have
such
you
a
done
pro.
this before?
Like a pro.
Yes, I am. I'm a finalist.
That's
I do.
so exciting.
I do need to keep. I think I just touched my
That's
microphone
okay.
there. I do need to keep reminding myself because it's a pinch me moment of.
So great.
The second year I'm a finalist.
That's amazing.
I feel really honoured.
Were you a finalist last year as well?
Yeah,
then?
I
Oh,
was.
that's amazing!
I was
Congratulations.
in the same category, so the family business category.
Yeah. Oh,
Amazing.
how wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the big question is, what are we going to wear?
Yeah, well, that is the
Have
thing.
you got your speech ready for when you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting this?
No, but I really should, because I did last year. I was quite prepared.
Yeah, just
In case. I don't want to be like, that person going, oh no,
yeah.
oh no, what do I say?
But even if you have one prepared, you might forget in the moment.
Yeah,
you might be like,
probably.
oh my
Like,
God, I can't believe it. I picked my winners.
Probably will be, to be fair.
Oh, it's really exciting. I'm so excited I'll be there.
And that was just talking about Vinted. My outfit for last year was off Vinted.
Was it?
And I was going to do the same again this year, but I have just won through the Pink Link networking group at our last meeting. I did win a style edit with the lovely Lee Dancy, and she's going to. I want to try and meet with her.
Oh, that's amazing!
Before the Evas, because I want her to tell me what I should wear.
Yeah, amazing! You might have something already that just needs a different.
Or everything in my wardrobe might be the total wrong colour for me.
Yeah.
And she'll
Mel,
just
what have you been doing?
Throw it all out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take your advice and try and haggle for a whole new wardrobe off Vinted.
Yeah. Just knock off a 50p.
Yeah. Come on, this is for the Evas.
Yes, I'm very excited to see what you wear then.
Yeah, so I'll have my meeting with Lee and then hopefully I'll be able to pick an outfit.
Yeah.
And that'll be good, and it'll be good to see you there.
Yeah, it'll be really, really fun. So when we talk about awards, why are they important? Why is it important to put yourself forward?
Yeah, I think it's really important this year actually for our business has been, we've all called it like the year of awards. So we've been nominated for quite a lot of finals this year.
Oh, cool.
So we were a finalist at the Sammys.
I was just going to say, isn't there one with a cool name?
Yeah, the Sammys. So that's an industry award. It's organised by the British Sandwich Association. And it's an industry award organised by the British Sandwich Association. And it's a really big.
Why is it called the Sammys and not the Sarnies?
I think they tried to do it to sound like the Grammys.
Oh, I see.
So Sammys, Grammys.
Yes, yes.
They think that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
They'll have to correct us if we're wrong.
If we're wrong.
But yeah, that's where they do it for the whole industry. So a lot of the leaders in the industry, like Greggs, the Sainsbury's in there, M&S, they all go for a lot of the big awards that they have. Yeah. And then there is an award that small independent businesses like ourselves can go for. Yeah. Which is called the British Sandwich Designer of the Year competition.
Sandwich Designer. Amazing.
And we have been entering that since 2015.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And I got to the final in 2015.
Yeah.
So it's like 10 years apart.
Yeah.
And then we got to the final again this year in 2025.
Amazing.
So it's quite
like
quite intense. We all have to submit recipes, so all the team has a go.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool.
We all develop using sponsors' ingredients.
Yeah.
We all have to develop some innovative that's the one.
Yeah.
designs.
Yeah.
And obviously showcase why we've chosen them, their suitability for resale, all those kind of things.
So just on that, what do we think about strawberries and cream?
I think it's ridiculous.
Can we comment? Yeah.
My friends did go to Japan earlier this year, and one of the photographs that she sent me
was strawberries and cream.
Was a strawberries and cream sandwich.
Wow.
I still have it on my phone.
Oh, wow.
And that was before it became this crazy big thing. So she said it was lovely.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh. What kind of bread was it? Brioche.
Yeah,
it must have been.
It was. Yeah, it was like a sweet brioche
can't
bread.
Be sourdough, can it?
No, that would be very nice.
Granary. Yeah. What kind of innovations do we come up with then at these? What's the craziest been?
The craziest one that I thought over the years was one of our team had decided to do, and it was lovely. It was a take on, I think she got like inspiration, almost a Jamaican inspiration.
Okay.
And she used bacon and banana
Oh.
And there was various other things in there.
Yeah.
Honey, I think a bit of pineapple.
I get that with the salt and sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, it was really
Was
nice.
it good?
Yeah, it was good. That didn't get through.
No.
But you know, we've got to keep
That's really cool.
pushing the boundaries and thinking of new ideas.
You could be like that famous crisp company that comes up with the sandwich of the month or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, the different ones.
How brave are you going to be?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You've got to be brave to find new things.
Yeah. Oh, I meant
that
as in customers.
Oh, okay.
Like, how brave are you going to try this flavour this month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is a good thing, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do like their favourites, though, don't they? So
They
think,
do.
do I want to try it, or do I just want to stay with what I know and I like?
You know, when I was a student, I went through a massive ham roll from Greg's face. And now I look on it and think, how stupid. Like, how expensive was that compared to buying 6 rolls and making it myself?
True.
And it was like 90% butter, so that's probably why.
It's just that indulgence moment that you've enjoyed.
That crusty roll.
I went through a stage a lot of years ago when I worked for Mum and Dad's business. Greg's was quite handy there.
Yeah.
Christmas mince pies.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'd get a pack of 4 thinking they'll last me for the week. That afternoon, I realised that I'd eaten them all.
Within an hour.
Yeah,
I just want more. I'll save the 2 for tomorrow.
Exactly.
Maybe I'll save 1 for tomorrow.
And then you say, I'm just being festive. Into the festive spirit. Yeah, you need to put those down.
We've all got that guidebook.
Yeah, absolutely. Indulgence.
Oh,
we love food.
So you're in the final this year as well.
Yeah, so me and Scott actually attended the finals this year in May. So we had to go and, well, it was my design that got through.
Oh, amazing.
From the semi-finals.
And what was it?
It was, what did I call it? It was The Rise of Ham.
Oh,
because,
hello.
Yeah.
Drama.
So the ingredient was a ham.
Yeah.
From one of the sponsor ingredients. And so
when you say sponsor ingredients, what do you mean?
So the companies who have ingredients, they sponsor the competition. So that obviously,
I see. So you have to base it around
yes,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
you have to use that ingredient to inspire the
otherwise it'd be endless, wouldn't
design.
it?
Exactly, to inspire the design. And also I think they get out of it the fact of coming up with ideas, looking at potential market opportunities they might have missed. Yeah. You know, getting their name out there, I suppose, as well, but showcasing their products to the wider industry and market. Yeah. So I get why they do it, and a lot of the sponsors are the same every year, but they usually try to use a new ingredient that they've got, or an ingredient that they're trying to
to boost.
Do something with, give it legs again. But this one was a gammon ham. I chose to work with that one because it was fitting with what we do. We do use a lot of ham in the area that we are. You know, it's a key ingredient people like, and this ingredient was used, handmade methods. Yeah, didn't use preservatives and all those kind of things. It was quite a naturally made product. So I thought, I can work with that. And so I developed it just with researching what is quite a key area at the moment, gut health. Yeah, I researched that for myself personally as well. So I used rye bread because it was lower gluten content. Yeah. I used some sauerkraut because that's known to have good for your gut health. Yeah, good for your gut health. And there was and that was how the recipe was developed. Yeah. Made up a sauce that went in it, some gherkins. Yeah. And just really tried to play on the flavours. Yeah. And the resaleability of it. Yeah. And that really plays into your sort of circling right back, because we're nearly at the start of our walk. Yeah. Back to your performance days. It's like those creative skills are really coming into their own in a different way. Also, when we got judged, so you had to we travelled to London, and we went to the Lancaster London Hotel, which is where the competition was held in the day, and then the awards in the evening. Yeah. We had to make up our sandwiches, and we had to present them to the judging panel, which was made up of independents and the sponsors, and also Theo Randall was there, the celebrity chef. And they all judge it, and you have to stand at the table and you have to tell them all about your sandwich. On telly. Yeah. And so the nerves were there, but I think some of those skills that I learned back in my college days paid off. Yeah. So there was a reason. Exactly. It's how everything evolves and comes together. Yeah. There's always a plan. There is. We just don't see it yet. No, exactly. But it's all been mapped out. It is. So yeah, we didn't win.
Okay.
But the whole experience is why we do it. And going back to your question as well, why the awards? We also were finalists in the Northwest Family Business Awards this year. We went to Liverpool, and again we were nominated in 5 categories. Unfortunately, we didn't win. And I always think because of the year that I've had, I did honestly take it quite personally this year.
Oh, did you?
Normally, I would think it's an amazing achievement to get there because there's so many applicants.
Just to be seen at that level.
Exactly, you have to be selected, so somebody's seen something in us. But I think because of just the year we've been through, I felt like one of my first thoughts was, you know the old saying, always a bridesmaid, never the bride. And I just thought, I take it personally for our team as well, because I'm like, they work so hard, and we've strived and we've tried. And then I remember it was at the Northwest Family Business Award. Again, that was in May, and that was the day after the summit. It was a lady from the plastic bottle company, who I think they've been to the Northwest Family Business Awards for several years, and they won an award this year. And she had actually said in her acceptance speech, she used most of it to let everybody who was there know that keep doing what you're doing. It's an amazing achievement to be here, and we have been where you've been, and we've kept coming back, and we've kept growing our business, and we've
what you needed to hear.
And we've just kept doing what we do because you do get noticed. And I think that's the important thing about awards. Some people say, that people just go for awards because it's another tick box or another, what do you call it, like a trophy on the mantelpiece kind of thing. But I think the important thing about awards is that it's recognition, and it's recognition from people who literally they are scrutinising your business, and they're looking at it in the outside world, because when you're working in a business, you're doing exactly that. You're in it, and it's really hard to look at the bigger picture, look at the outside world, and what we're going back to before, where looking back at where you've come from, what you've achieved, going through an awards process, I think, really affirms for you what you're doing, why you're doing it, because you have to go, like the Evas, you have to go through that process of finding those answers. Who are you? Why are you doing what you do?
Deep.
What are your achievements? And it really helps you take you out of what your day-to-day thing, and reflect on what you've done, why you're doing it, and it just reaffirms why you're doing it and what you have achieved. So I do think they're really important, and I think for anybody who goes through the process, they are amazing, because it's hard, and you have to be honest, and you judge yourself like everyone does, and all the rest of it. But once you've come through the other side of it, I think it makes you stronger, and whether you win or you don't win, it does give you that platform to go, do you know what, we've achieved something here, and let's keep doing what we're doing.
And also, I guess when you do that journey, like for the applications or whatever it is, you have to go back and review everything to where you are, and that whole looking back. You must step back and think, oh my God, like with everything else going on in the year, you still did all these things. It's phenomenal.
It is. It's amazing.
Oh, what a lovely point to end our little chat. Thank you.
Thank you for a lovely walk. It's been amazing.
And there we have it, folks. What a walk that was. 24 degrees, the sun was beating down on us, and yet somehow the warmth of that conversation made the heat feel worth it. Thank you so much, Mel, for your time and for sharing your story with us. From that college kid studying performing arts in Liverpool, channeling that energy and creativity into the stage, to standing at a table in the Lancaster London Hotel presenting a sandwich to celebrity judges. Who would have thought those skills would translate so perfectly into running a family business? You just don't know where your journey is headed. As Mel said, there's always a plan, we just don't see it yet. Let's think about that for a moment. How many times have we looked back at our life and suddenly seen how those seemingly random experiences or detours, those things you thought were dead ends, were actually somehow all connected? That year living away, those performance skills, the confidence to present, the creativity to develop a prize-winning sandwich recipe, none of it was wasted. Keeping with my newfound love for closing with a couple of reflective questions, here are some for you to consider. Perhaps get your journal out and note what comes up for you as we go through these. What skills are you sitting on right now that you're not using? What experience from your past feels completely disconnected from where you are today? I'd be happy to place a bet that just like Mel and her performing arts background, there's something there, something that you're not seeing yet. And here's a more challenging question, the one Mel's year has made me consider. When life throws everything at you, whether it's loss or grief or business challenges, family pressures, do we keep showing up? Do we keep entering the room even when we've been seen as always the bridesmaid, never the bride, so to speak? What struck me wasn't the sandwich recipe or the awards or even the impressive business growth. It was that woman from the plastic bottle company at the Northwest Family Business Awards, the one who used her acceptance speech to tell everyone else, keep doing what you're doing. We've been where you've been. We kept coming back. You do get noticed. That's not about winning. That's about showing up. That's about recognition of the work, not just the awards. I really love that. If this episode resonated with you, if Mel's story made you think about your own journey, if you found yourself nodding along about awards being about the process, not the awards, or if you're now curious about what performing arts has to do with making sandwiches, please do us a favour and leave us a review. Tell us which part of the conversation hit home. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear that their past experience wasn't wasted. They're just waiting to connect to the right future. And if you're on social media, tag us, tag Mel, tag Leg Sandwiches, tag Brandreth Foods. Tell us what skills from your past you're going to start using again. Because I guarantee you, someone in your network needs to hear your story just like we needed to hear Mel's today. Please subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification button so you don't miss our next walk and talk, and remember, when you're in the thick of it right now, whether you're waiting for your moment, whether you feel like you're always coming close but not quite there, keep showing up, keep doing what you're doing. You've got this. Thank you for joining us on our walk over Scout Scar. Until next time, keep moving, keep questioning, and keep practicing being present, as that's all we have. Thanks again to Queen Accountancy for sponsoring today's episode and supporting independent podcasts like this one. Queen Accountancy's details are available on my website at www.sukany4.com. That's sukanya.com with a 4. Thank you.